All right, we're good to go. Call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is review and approval of the prior minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll approve them.
Shelley,
Oh. I'll second.
second. Oh, Diane seconds. Whatever. Do you have any discussion, changes, corrections, what have you? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstain? All right. First item of business done with. Audience participation. Is there anyone out there who chooses to participate? Bill?
I'm sorry. There's one member of the public. If anybody would like to speak, right, you can press the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen.
Okay, no audience participation. Hearing none, let's move on. Assistant Golf Course Superintendent, Paul Lupo.
Okay, how's it going, everybody? We're pretty much just in the end of the season grind. We're just doing the daily setup, preparing for leaf season. We have our Glen aeration starting tomorrow. We knocked out 9 Glen fairway today, so we're gonna just slowly plug away at that. Knowles aeration is October 18th, so we'll try to pull some cores and get some thatch out of these greens and get some sand into them. We just have just been having the onslaught of tournaments that rescheduled because of COVID at the end of the season, but we're in the downslope now, and we're just kind of relaxing a bit now that the summer heat is over, and I think things are taking a turn for the better. So that's all I really got for you. If there's any questions, feel free.
All that brush clean out is looking great.
Oh, thank you. I'll let Craig know.
Clean out. Anybody else have anything for Paul? Okay, moving on. Shelley, Green Committee.
Okay, just want to also just say that Paul's working very hard, especially since now his seasonal workers have left. He and his crew, I think, are doing an amazing job. It's looking as good as it's ever looked, if not better, before. I know that we also posted a job position for a third full-time greenskeeper. It was posted, and I believe we have a couple applicants, correct, Christine?
It's the posting is up until the 30th, and
Okay.
I believe there are some, but I can't get any resumes to the 30th, so I will follow up later in the week.
Okay, that's great. And other than that, everything that I'm looking at, which is pretty short at this point in time, Paul's taken care of and mentioned. So that's it for me. If anybody has any questions.
Anything new on the mechanic?
He has been granted 4 more weeks of workers' comp.
Till when? Do you have a date?
It's toward the end of October, 3rd week of October.
Okay. All right, anything for Shelley? All right, Bobby is, I think he thought it was 7:30. Let's see if he's coming. Are you coming?
There's Tony and Joe. There we go.
Oh, there's Joe. Okay, good. So we'll skip over Bobby for now and we will move. Tony, you ready? Jump right in.
I'm here. Yes, I'm ready.
You ready to go? You have your little sheet?
I got I don't know what sheet. I got my agenda and my own notes. That's about what I got.
Yeah, it's waiting for your report.
Oh, you're waiting for my report?
Yeah, if
Oh
you're
my
ready.
God. How'd you get to my, wait a minute, I'm
Well,
so far down on the
this is-
agenda. How'd you
Yeah,
get to me
well-
so quickly?
Bobby
pretty-
is not here.
Okay,
Bobby had the wrong time. And we could move to
no, I'm ready.
Joe.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm good. I'm
All
all
right.
set.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna delay. So here we go. You all have the notes. I'll go over the biggest things we've been working on, of course. The front and rear entrance upgrades have been approved. They were supposed to start on 9/20, which they did. We actually got the power washing done, but then because of weather, it keeps delaying us. Now, we are planning on coming back, which I've told Chris, Wednesday morning. It'll be done by Friday. That's based on the weather. So hopefully that's what we accomplish. And then we will move to the rear of the clubhouse, which then I will coordinate logistics again better with Chris and Bobby and Paul, because that's going to take a little more work in closing the rear entrance and getting that work done. The other piece is the paving. We had a meeting last Monday with the low bidder for paving, which was G-Pick and Son. We are working to stay within our $51,000 budget, and we've negotiated a price, and we're still waiting as of today. Now, we've gone, and Kevin's done a good job this way. He's gone twice already to G-Pick to say, give us your final number. So then hopefully we could send a letter of intent and move forward. So that's the paving piece. The third piece is the roof and gutter, which if we don't get an agreement with the full roof and could get it done before the winter, I have a note on here that we still need to move forward with that front entrance done. We're getting a price which will be much smaller because of the safety issues we have of ice forming there. And Dominic and I know Chris have both expressed safety issues with that one gutter area over the front entrance. But I'm trying to hold off on that until we see what the final response is or where we will end up with the total roof situation.
Right. Okay.
Lightning protection, that's been approved and Chris, can you help me? We had it starting on 10/1. Is that still correct?
I don't have a definite date yet. There was a little bit of back and forth, but I did contact them today, so hopefully hopefully that's still doable.
Okay,
Did they
all right,
get back to
fine.
you, Chris?
Not definitively.
Okay.
No, he doesn't call. He emails. He doesn't call.
Doesn't talk. Okay.
I'll get him though.
All right.
So then the other areas are still in progress with the UI rebates and also with Dominic did say he was going to he had two prices to redo the gates around the dumpster. I put on here expect closure by 10:15 and we'll see if Dominic follows through. I have to continue to follow up with that. And then I mentioned about the roof bids where we did, and Don knows this, we gave a letter of intent to Antonazzi to give us an architectural design to finalize that. And then hopefully go out to bid. And that's it. Any questions?
Hey, Tony, I just have one quick thing. I did
Sure.
see online that several of the schools are going out on that LED lamp rebate.
Yes.
So I had a brief contact with Kevin that we might piggyback on that to get one good price. So we're
Good.
going to follow up with them
Okay,
and see if we can be included.
sure. Keep me posted. Great, Chris.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, we'll follow.
Oh, yeah,
We meet all the time, so we'll get together on that. Good. Okay.
Tony, I just have one question on the paving. I know we allocated $45,000 when we voted for the budget transfer, and
Go ahead.
yeah, and the bids came in closer to 100,000. Are we just going to pave $45,000 worth, roughly? Is that
Well,
the intent?
The lowest bid was 79. And,
Okay.
and then the bid I had was still 51. I still don't, I'm telling you, I mean,
Joe,
but.
Joe,
but-
there was 65 already in the budget. So we went out to
Okay.
bid at 51.
Yeah.
So so we'll cap it though at 51 no matter what
51,
for
right.
this fiscal year, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So Joe, what I've done is I've spoken to Paul and Don, and there's a couple of areas that we knew were new that we took out in order to come back under budget, but still really do the key areas, which we feel are the front entrance of the
Mhm.
clubhouse, you know, going, the cart barn, and then going from the ninth hole, green over to the 10th tee box, and having that all
Okay.
done. And then
Great.
there's a couple of other paths that we could fit in there, we thought. So that's where that's how we're gonna get to 51. Yes.
Perfect. Great.
Okay.
Okay, and I noticed the trash area has been kept nice and clean, Tony. Good
Let me
job.
tell- Yeah, I am definitely staying on down. I drive there every time I'm up there. Absolutely. Yes.
Have you been cleaning it yourself, Tony?
No, recently, no, I have not. I was
Okay.
in the beginning. That is correct. I have not recently, though. No.
Tony made him an offer they can't refuse.
Yeah, that's correct. Right, man. He knows. He knows. Yep. Yep.
All right, anything else for Tony? All right,
Good. Thank you.
let's move backwards to Bobby.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm still thinking summertime.
That's
I just finished
okay.
up I had adult education class. So moving forward, the September, August and September, it seems like we've shifted gears in focusing primarily on events. We basically had an event almost every Monday. We also had the Trumbull, the men's club member guest, which is a huge success this year. Wrapping up also with the Tashua Cup yesterday. And then we're having a lot of requests for like small little groups and to do their own personal Ryder Cups. It's kind of a normal theme this time of year. October and November, September is having these little groups, 16, 20 people want to play at Tashua. So it's been nice, busy. We had an event today that ended Mr. Sherlock's event, which is, I believe, the final event of their career with Tashua. They had 69 players, so it was kind of a smaller event, but I want to thank Bill and his family for supporting Tashua all these years during his very difficult time with losing his wife and everything with the Sandy Hook tragedy. And I'm sure they've done a lot of great things at the counseling center there in Trumbull. Going forward, we have the Rotary next week at 12 o'clock shotgun. So that will tie up the course for the whole day, most likely. And then we end our tournament season with the Trumbull Fathers Club, a 9 a.m. shotgun on a Tuesday, the 12th of October. And then we'll aerate the golf course and just kind of wrap up the season the next 3 months. And things have been going really well. The computers have been working fine. Tee time system has been nothing to report really there. We are going into fall hours this weekend, starting at 7:30 tee times on the weekends. We're still 7:30 right now on the weekdays, but we shift to 8 o'clock starting next Tuesday. The last tee time of the day is around 5 o'clock. So days are getting shorter, and the course is still very, very active. I'm sure as Paul can attest. But other than that, any questions from my end?
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you, Bobby.
You're welcome.
Dominic is not here. We'll move on to Joe, Finance Committee.
Good evening, everyone. Just a short and brief update. We continue to set records. August, revenue was $383,943, which is $45,000 more than last year. And that's about $60,000 over our 5-year average. This is mainly driven by the Tashua Knolls rounds, which are up to 6,996 for August, which is up 941 rounds over last year. The Glen saw a decrease of about 500 rounds from last year. However, it's still up 300 rounds from the 5-year average. And the carts, this is where we saw a huge expansion. We're up 1,200 carts from August 2020, 7,232 carts rented in August. So I think the new carts are pretty much paying for themselves, and we're getting really strong play on the big course. A little bit of decrease on the Glen, but overall we're financially healthy for August.
Bobby, what do you think? Bobby? What do you think, the Glen? Any insights into what's happened? Why would the Knolls be up and the Glen be down? Or, I mean, I don't expect you to have an answer.
Besides the, I mean, we had a decent amount of rain, so those players over there are definitely more fair weather. Our Knolls players are going to be a little bit more hardy. I'm just trying to think anything in particular. If we had, nothing's running out of the normal in terms of programs. Everything is the same. I don't know. I still think the rounds are strong on the Glen.
They are. They're still above our seasonal average of
I
300
don't
rounds over 5 years.
And normally, I mean, I don't think the rounds on the Knolls are decent, but I always think August we should always be 7,000 rounds or more, and we didn't. We kind of just hit under that. So we had some good amount of rain, and that could adversely impact the Glen, for sure, especially if we lose a weekend day. So that's all I can attribute to it, Don. It's nothing to do with conditions. Course is impeccable this year. We got the special during the morning, so maybe I don't know.
All right, no,
I will say I played the Glen last week, and it was actually in very good shape for September. So hats off to Paul and his crew. It's usually that doesn't see as much attention as it does, and that was well rounded.
Well, this is all good news.
One motion that I'd like to carry is we need to pay for the architect to take a look at the roof and design a more better design of the roof on a whole. This is going to cost us about $18,200 for the architecture plans. That's the bad news. The good news is when we negotiated the cart lease, we actually rolled into that unknowing to ourselves the 4th year payment of the GPS units on the old golf carts. So we had that budgeted in the budget for this year that we're not going to use. So kind of a blessing in disguise, but what I need is I would like to have a motion to transfer $18,200 from services contractual account number 522204 to capital expenses 581888 to pay for the architecture roof design.
Okay. Is that Angelo, you make that motion?
Yes, you do.
I got a question.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Let's second the motion first, Tony. Follow
I'll
proper
second it.
procedure. We have an attorney here.
okay, go
I'll
ahead.
second
Need a
it.
second?
I know we
Need
do.
a second on
Good,
that.
good advice, Don. Good advice.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Not my first rodeo, Jim.
Okay.
Sort of is. Do
I
have a
second it, Don.
Diane seconds. the
I
motion.
second it.
Then my
Discussion.
my question means nothing, so go right ahead. We're good. It doesn't matter what I'm gonna, so I was gonna just ask Joe if how far, it was very simple, I don't want a long, are we actually further along with negotiations with Dominic and knowing of this 18,000 that we have to pay the full 18 or,
We know that we need a design that will function for the foreseeable future. So this is just kind of a sunken cost, if you will. We're going to have to pay it sooner or later.
Okay,
So
fair
to get
enough.
the ball in motion, this is kind of the first step.
Got it.
Tony, in all honesty, this is a precursor. This needs to be done first before we can go forward with negotiations.
Sounds
So
good.
I'm told.
That's my, got
I'm
it.
just a
Understood.
soldier here.
Okay, thank
We
you.
need to do- That's what we need to do. And I agree, I'm not happy about, but this is, there's a higher authority, there's higher authorities.
And at least we found the money elsewhere in the budget that we're not going to have to borrow from retained earnings just for a architecture fee.
Right, right.
That's great, Joe. Good job by you. That's a good job.
Actually, we made
Nothing but dumb
$3,000.
luck. Yeah.
We made 3,000 on the deal.
Any other questions related to the transfer or anything?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Frank, you didn't vote.
Frank, you frozen.
Frank is frozen.
Yeah, hold on. Let's give him a second. Okay, and the other thing that I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention, I have asked Frank to step in for a special committee to help me with the 5-year planning cycle. So he's just going to be sitting with the Greens Committee and sitting with the Building Committee just to see what we need in the next 5 to 10 years so we can finalize that project going forward. So we have a roadmap for the future.
A good point. Yeah, we did ask Frank to participate with the 5-year committee. Oh, we lost Frank. Oh,
Here he comes. I think he goes out and comes back in when he freezes.
yeah. Do we need his vote to be official?
Frank, can you
There
hear
he
us?
is.
Yeah. Frank, we
Okay.
were just saying that you,
My phone from now. I approve the transfer, the motion that's on the floor, so I'm a yay vote.
Okay.
Thank
We're
you.
at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's where you
So-
froze.
Thank you.
Very good.
and Frank, just so you know, I just told everyone that we asked you to step in for the 5-year committee. So you'll be working with Greens and Building to see what our future holds and where we can invest in our future.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, and I look forward to it.
Frank,
Okay,
you are
so-
just going in and out.
Yeah. Okay, so we have that motion with money's transferred. Joe, you've done, any questions of Joe? Anything else? No, thank you, Joe.
Thank
Correspondence.
you all.
Christine, we have Owen? No,
Pardon?
you're highlighted. Correspondence, Christine.
Just that we got in the survey results from the ladies 18-holer. This was the member guest, so just the comments on it. Basically nothing new for us, but pretty happy with the way things went on the course, and lots of negative comments regarding their food. So you can look through it at your request, but basically dry food, kind of inedible. So nothing new, but pretty much across the board. So
Shelley?
Just to add Don on that from the senior end, at our last senior meeting, the president reported, because we had a tri-club event with us, Whitney and Smith Richardson, and the feedback that he got, it was pretty much a 50-50 deal. Half thought things were great and half thought they weren't. So it was split down the
I
middle.
thought they weren't.
Yeah, it was a 50-50 split. The responses that he received for the event, for the food, was that it was half
cool.
loved it, half hated it.
Yeah, well, but relative to the course or conditions?
On the course, oh, no, everybody was thumbs up with the course.
All right. Shelley, were you involved with this survey?
I was involved in the survey as I was also the tournament coordinator. And so apparently every year we send out a survey. It's very comprehensive with lots of different categories. And the ladies just wanted to share the entire survey, which they did. So you all can look at that. And everything, again, was perfect pretty much except for the food. And they expressed their unhappiness with that, but they just wanted duly noted to the commission about it. So that's why we submitted.
All right.
Okay,
But Bobby and Paul got high marks. So that's
absolutely.
what we care about. Okay. Old business. No old business. New business. Contract renewal, golf course property director. Do I have a motion?
So
Joe.
I move that the Golf Commission not renew the contract entitled Agreement for Golf Course Property Director at Tashwell Mills Golf Course between Douglas R. Snyder and the town of Trumbull, which expires December 31st, 2021.
Do I have a second? Owen?
Yes.
I second that.
You can third it.
No,
Owen,
I
seconded it.
seconded that.
Do I have any discussion of this motion? Hearing no discussion, we will vote. All in favor of not renewing the contract, raise your hand. Okay, I see unanimous. All opposed? Abstain? None? Those motions carried unanimously.
Wait, just note the number in favor, Don. For the record, just note the number of who voted in favor.
I
59, right?
got it. I got it.
Everybody's here?
Yep, I got it.
Okay,
It's all 9 members, Jim.
Yep.
very good.
Thank you. Okay, we had an executive session in case there was going to be discussion relative to that contractual matter. Seeing as there's no discussion, we can forego the executive session. I assume I can just do that, right?
Yes, you can.
There's no need to do that.
No need.
So is there any other business anyone chooses to bring in front of the commission? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn? Owen, I saw you first. Second, Diane, you're always in there to end these things. All in favor? Tom, yep, all right. All right, thank you, everybody. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
You have a good
Good
evening.
Good night.